Hi, how you doing? What's the gossip? Let me know. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. How is everyone doing? I'll tell you what the gossip is. Today, I am paneling. I am finishing off like the dining area because I've got some bits, if you've been watching my previous vlogs, I've got bits above the doors and down by the radiator to do. So I'm going to get that done today so that it's all sorted and then I can get to painting. Because if you watched my last one, I am changing the colour in here to something a little bit darker, a little bit warmer, a bit of a truffle colour just to bring cozy vibe. But I need to get my act on. I need to get a move on because it's the Christmas decor needs to go up soon. So this all needs to get done quite quickly. So today, ideally, I would finish the paneling. Now, I don't know if I've got enough because I bought it quite a while ago because I knew I needed to finish off. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get behind the radiator because I'm going to have to get Mike to take it off and I just got him to fit it. So he's probably going to want to go, Sheldon. But anyway, I'll do some updates here on what I do and stuff. But if you want to see maybe a little bit more of an in-depth detail of how I do, I'm so sorry if you can hear the drilling and all that sort of stuff. I'm getting a new roof at the same time. Chaos around here. But yes, if you want to see how I do things, as in me explaining it a little bit more in detail, my short form content I will leave here. And I would love it if you would go and follow me over there anyway. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm going to be doing videos in there of exactly what tools you need. Over here, it's more vlog style. It's more, obviously I'll talk to you about it and I'll go through it, but that one will be, this is exactly how I get from no paneling to paneling. And this video will be, here's what it looks like. I'll talk to you through it and then I'll talk to you over what it's like. But yeah, I didn't want to just do a whole video based on paneling over here because most of the besties are going to go to their husbands or partners or other halves and go, can you do this for me? Because Sheldon did it, so you need to do it. So yeah, we're getting stuff done today. Other than that, I don't really have a lot going on this week coming. I've got a chimney sweep coming tomorrow to get the fire nice and ready for all of winter. So that's happening. The chimney's getting fixed today, so they're on the roof, but they're repointing the chimney. So I hope chimney sweep doesn't impact that. I don't think it will. I think they just go up the hose part inside the chimney to get it all nice and clean. And then I'm going to Costco on Tuesday. A couple other little bits to get sorted. But other than that, I'm not doing a ton, which I really like because I just want to get this space done. So I think what I'll do maybe tomorrow morning, do I want to do it? So depend how far I get on the paneling today. If I get a lot of it done tomorrow morning, I may go and pick up the paint because I think I'm 95% sold. That's the color that I'm going for. I absolutely adore it. Obviously, we'll see. But anyway, right, I'm going to go start measuring up, start getting stuff sorted. I need to go and find a pencil because I've only got a pen. I did find one, but I've not got a Stanley knife at the minute, so I need to go and hunt that down. So let me go do that and then we'll start getting sorted. Already looks, ignore that. It already looks so much better though. So I've got my first square on. This is actually a brick wall. So some of the nails are sticking out and they're just bending as a hit, but I've got the glue on. So I've left the nails like that. And then what I'll do is once it's all dried, pull them out because the glue will be more than enough to hold them. But I had to play around with the spacing on this one because this part here, from a styling perspective, needs to happen because that's the same the whole way around. Now, normally I would do the same going down. However, I'm trying to avoid this light switch. I've asked to have it moved, and because the wires are going right up, it makes it difficult because you're not allowed to supposedly move them over in terms of like electrics and stuff, and I know people do. However, I thought for the hassle of it, I'm just going to go down with this piece and then go round. And I know we're more around the styling and the interior design over here, so that's why I thought I would come on. But yeah, I've put my dado rail on. I always go 100 centimeters from the floor. That's the same all over here and stuff. But yeah, already I've just had a little 10-minute break while I was sat over here, and as you look, it's just starting to feel more complete, even though obviously it's not painted and stuff. But next step is to do this one, and then this one. Now, I don't think I'm going to get this one done because as you can see where this comes down here, it's literally right in there. So I'm not going to really be able to glue it up and stuff. So what I'm going to do is check to make sure that this trim fits behind here. If it does, I'll get Mike to take it off, and then I'm just going to put full squares in the same. And I know that it's behind the radiator and stuff, but I just want it to feel good and feel like complete. And then it'll all be getting painted this colour. So I'm going to crack on, do this tall one now, and then there'll be one above the door, and it's you know what, it's quite easy. It's just fidgety, and I do think it makes a massive difference. So I'm here for it. Normally I would take all this off, but I don't want to take that off until I'm painting, and I can avoid it quite easy, so it's not too bad. I obviously won't keep it up when I'm painting because I don't want to get them ruined. But yeah, I've got, as you always know, I like to watch movies while I do it. So I've got a movie on, Love, Simon, and yeah, it's going really well. And DIY days, I feel like I go into a zone, but my house ends up trashed. And to be fair, this is not bad in comparison to what it is. I'm trying to do some cutting through there so it's not in here, and then just bringing the stuff through here and gluing it and all that good stuff. But it's always worth it. It's always worth it. It does. I think the setup is worse than the actual doing the stuff, because getting all your stuff in order, pulling it all out, so that's why I like to do as much as I can when I've got it out, because then it feels like it's worth it. So let me do these next couple and then I'll come back to you. It is much later now. You're going to have to forgive all the paint swatches. It will be painted in the next couple of days. So I have managed to do quite a bit of the paneling today. So I've gone for the square above the door, then one here and one here. Now, ideally I would have had this socket moved, but I've mentioned obviously it's not as easy as that. And yeah, it is what it is. So I've just boxed it in because I didn't want to space this out too far, and this I think was the best option from a design perspective, so that's what I've gone with. Now you will see that some of the nails are sticking out a little bit. I will bang them in, but I find that I'm better waiting for the glue to dry before I do that all over, so I will do it, but yeah, and then I'll fill it and caulk it and do all that sort of stuff. But I just think it looks more complete already. Like once that's painted, and then that's the view from here, I think it looks so good. This picture will be getting changed, so I'll probably take that down, fill it, and that's going to one of my friends, so I will give that to her next time she's through. But yeah, I'll probably fill the hole and stuff, because once I paint, I don't want to have that hole there anyway. So yeah, looking good. And then I popped this one up here as well. And once it's all painted this colour, you can see what the trim will look like. As I mentioned in my last video, I like when I'm putting a sample on, like I'll just do them down here. And then when I think, oh, that might be the colour for me, I like to do it across my paneling and my skirting, just to get a feel for what it'll look like with the trim. I did mention that in the last one. So just a little tip for you, if you do any moulding or anything in your house, when you're looking at your samples, just pop a bit of the paint over the moulding just to get a feel for it. But if you see there, that's what it'll look like. I don't know why I'm doing that, because yeah. But can you see the vision? Can you see it? I honestly think that looks so much better with that wall done. I did always feel like the dining room just wasn't fully complete. I know I've said that a few times. But this part here will be next. As I mentioned, I'm going to get, I was supposed to message Mike. I'll drop him a little message after this to see if he can come this week and drain the radiator so that I can take this off, because as you can see behind, you can see the wall. So when I'm painting, I need all that to be painted. So he'll come and do that in the next day or two, hopefully. And then I will do all the caulking and filling and the prep work, so that'll all be done over the next week or so. I'm just going to do the dining room first because this is pretty much ready to be painted. Once the dining room's done, then I'm going to move on to here. And I have got a question for you. Do you think I should panel here and here? And then obviously the other side as well. Like there and there. Do you think I should do that? And then I would probably have to do it on here and here and here and here as well. Do we think? This video will be live before I finish anything anyway. The other thing is potentially here and here. The only reason I've not done that and the only reason I didn't do this one is because if you can see the height of the top of this one, if I was to follow the same height, I'm not going to have much space to do one. So I just thought it would look a little bit odd. Whereas maybe if I just did the side of the fireplaces. Now the only thing that I'm thinking is probably in the next 12 months, I'm going to have the plaster removed from this part here because there's a rise and damp thing, and I'm not going to hold off on painting because I will just paint this whole wall again, and I do it all myself, so it's not like someone's charging me a lot of money to do it. So if I was to put the panel in here, this bottom square would have to come off, but I could redo it. But that's what I'm thinking. So you'll have to let me know if you think the sides, or just leave it and paint it. Because I'm happy with either or, but it just feels so much more complete now, even though it's not fully finished, but I feel like I'm getting there in here. It feels so good, and I've not managed to read all the comments because I've been busy doing this today, and it's Sunday when I'm filming this, so my video's gone live, but there was a lot of comments, and I've seen a lot of people saying they think I should do the chandelier in the living room, but I don't know what. Maybe I was just drawn to that because that's what I want to do. So maybe there will be comments of people saying, no, don't do it. But the majority that I saw were people saying do it. And just look how pretty it looks. It does make me happy. People were saying that they think it might interfere with the TV. Now, I would have it in line with this one, and the top of the chandelier will probably come to just the top of the TV. Now, I probably, unless I was like entertaining and I wasn't watching TV, I wouldn't have it because I don't really sit with this just on if I was entertaining and stuff. But if I'm cleaning or just having, on a Sunday day, I just want to pop it on, I could probably put this one maybe one link higher than that one so that it's a little bit above. But I would have to see. But anyway, I think I may pull the plug and order it, but I am going to look at all the comments and stuff first and see what people are saying. I'm in my cozies. I'm literally been relaxing. I've just had some food. I had some spaghetti bolognese because when I get into a zone of this, I just go into the zone. I did pop some content on my short form content, as I mentioned before, that explains like what tools you need, like about the angles, about how to use the spacers and all that sort of stuff. So if you are thinking of paneling your own house, then hopefully those videos will be able to help you a little bit. I'm so sorry that I look like I need to go and get a shave and stuff. I do. I will get to it. When I'm in a zone of the house, I tend to not go and look after myself as much as I should be. So another day or two on this, and then I will go and get a shave and get my hair cut and all the good stuff. But anyway, I'm going to head upstairs, so I will pick the video up in the morning and we will spend the day together. But I hope you're liking it. I'm loving it. I love this space so much. This room just feels warm, cozy. It's giving me all the vibes. This lighting's horrendous for me, but it looks good for the rooms. That's the more important thing. I'll see you in the morning. The next day, the evening time, and I have lit a fire. It is getting all cozy. I've just put it on now because the chimney should be sorted. So he said I'm fine to start using it, which is great. And for anyone that doesn't know me, I don't have a lot of patience, and I decided to paint like a chunk of this to see what it would look like. And I love the colour. Let me put the chandelier up a little bit. Like, see, look at it. It looks so good. And I've also managed to get this bit of paneling might come and took the radiator off, so it's all done up here. It's done down here. The radiator goes to about this high, so it's going to cover all this middle bit. So I'm debating on whether I put another square in there or not. I'm just going to check to make sure I've got enough wood, and if I do, I'll probably just fill it, but you're not going to see it. But in my head, I'll know it's done behind there. But the colour, I am loving. I'll give you more detail if you just let me paint the room first. I want to make sure that the colour and the paint goes on good before I start recommending it. So in the next video, I will already be starting to paint, so I can let you know if it goes on good, if I definitely recommend it. But that's only one little coat over that bit there, and because I wanted to get a feel for, is it going to feel really dark? And I don't think it will. I think it's going to be wonderful. So I'll keep you posted. Like I say, I get really impatient and I just want to see how things look. So my job tomorrow is going to be to get rid of all the nails, fill, caulk, get some wood filler, and do the same all over here. There's like a little mark here where the old bracket was. So I will go over all of that, and once that's all done, I can then start getting to painting. And there's like a hole up just above this where the old picture was. So all of that stuff needs to be filled, and behind this picture, when I take that down, as I mentioned, that'll all be done. But that's what the colour is going to be like, and against all my fabrics, against the curtains and the chairs and the texture of the wood and the brasses and then the chandelier, I think it is going to be wonderful. So that's what I'm going for. The ceiling rose has all been filled in now, so that's ready to paint, and I just need to sand these bits down just before I paint. So all of that tomorrow. Then the day after is a full paint day of just getting this room done. So tomorrow evening I'll probably like move a lot of the stuff to the middle, put sheets all over it all, so that I'm just ready to wake up on Thursday and start painting, which I'm actually really excited about. Really excited about, to be honest. So, especially because I'm going a bit warmer. I feel like I'm a dark colour at heart. I love the dark colours. A lot of people love this colour and wanted to know what it was. So this is by the brand Lick, and the colour is White 05. You can get it from like B&Q. You can get it from, I think, Lick do online. I got it from Lick. So I got it directly, and I got it sent out, delivered to me. But I know that you can get it in B&Q now as well. And I do love it, and I may use this again at some point, but just for in this space, I want to go darker. I know I said last night, I was like, a lot of people are saying, yeah, do the chandelier, and I would say the majority of people said, yes, do it. Some people were saying, I think, just keep one, and I would probably say, some people were saying go darker with the paint, and a lot of people said don't. When I was going through my inbox, and I was a little bit, I replied to some people saying, I'm so sorry, you're not going to like me. Because I've already technically started, and yeah, I think a lot more people were saying, yeah, don't do the paint, which is obviously a little bit late now. I've got a blind I'm going to show you now. But yeah, I think, and now obviously I went out and asked, I actually went online and said, do you think I should do this? Do you think I should do that? So I was expecting people to either be like yes or no. And sometimes when I do stuff like that, particularly in this area, my inbox goes wild. Like it's chaos. And sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming, and you'll open it up and then you'll just see a message come through, a message come through, a message come through, a message come through. And I like to go through, so I've gone through, I think I've managed to get back to everyone now, but it did take me a couple of days to do it because it become really overwhelming. And some people are like, yes, do it. And I'm like, yay! And then some people are like, no. And I'm like, thank you so much, but I think you may hate me. I have placed the order for the second chandelier. I have already obviously started the paint. I've been out today and bought all the paint. So I didn't ask anyone about a colour. I just on the social said, do you think I should go a darker colour? I don't even think, had I put this, I don't think the samples were on the wall at that point. So I think it was me just saying, do you think I should go darker and put a second chandelier up? And while a lot of people were like, yes, I think the majority said yes to the chandelier. Like I say, I did have a couple that were like, Sheldon, no. I had most people, I think, were saying keep the light colour paint. And a lot of yous that watch me on here, because a lot of yous were saying that you had watched my last video, and some people had said, no, don't do it. And then some people had come back and went, I've just watched your video, I know that you're going to do it. And I was like, you know me so well. But I do like to hear, because sometimes I'll do things and a lot of people will be like, Sheldon, the reasons I would say no for X, Y, and Z, I do always make my own mind up, like people saying don't put the bed against the window, and in my head I'm like, I'm going to try it, and if I don't like it then I'll move it. But this is the blinds for the bay that will be the kitchen. So I've ordered some Roman blinds. I forget what I've ordered, if I'm honest, because I've not looked. I didn't actually look. I ordered these, I think it must have been about 3, 4, maybe even 5 weeks before I went to America. So I forget what I've ordered. And sadly, on the day I was going to America, they were delivered to me, and I couldn't take it, but they're coming 2 separate deliveries, because I think there's 5 or 6 blinds. So one tried to be delivered and then they took it to a local shop to be held, but obviously I was away for 2 weeks, and then the other one got delivered, but I managed to grab him on the doorbell, and I said, just pop it under the car and then Mike come, and he just put it in the house safely for me. Sadly, the other ones I've gone missing. So I went to the little local shop and they said, no, they don't have it. And then I contacted the blind company and they were like, let me contact our like people that we've got in contact. For some reason, they just don't know where they've gone now, which is sad, but the blind company were amazing. I use blinds to go all the time. I swear by them. You know I do. I get all my curtains from them. I got all my blinds from them, and they're the place that I go to. And they were great. They just went, they can't find them. They come back to me promptly and they said, we will send out some replacements. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit on that. So it's been a while, and I've obviously been back for a week, but I've not had the chance to open them with that chimney and stuff coming down. I just didn't want to. So this is going to be a bit of a surprise for the both of us. But I think looking at the fabric here, I can see slightly through this. I think they're similar to my curtain fabrics, which I love. And then in my kitchen thing, I've not decided on a colour of my kitchen yet. Obviously I'm still debating, but maybe like a taupey colour, it needs to be somewhat warm, but I've not fully decided. So I've got the curtains, because once the messier job's done, I'll put these up, and I'm quite handy, so I can put them up and then take them down as of when I need to. And you know, like if there's work going on that may get them damaged. Yes, they're very similar. What is the fabric do I have? Because that is very similar. Oh, we like it. Don't know if the lighting in here, obviously with it being evening, may not come across. Can you see the fabric? Let me try and do that so that it'll focus on the fabric, but it is beautiful. It is very nice. Oh, I cannot wait to get those up. It looks really subtle. I've gone for blackout as well. So I was quite sad because Blinds to Go do these in electric, and I was like, game changer. The problem is my 2 side windows, the 2 side panels they were too small. Now I know that you can buy the electric on that'll push them up and down. So I think I'm going to invest in some of those so that all of that bay window would just be on electric, so that I can either go on an app, or I think you can ask Alexa to do it for you as well, and they'll just open and close. Or you can set routines, so like in the winter you can have them go down at like 5 p.m. and come up, so that when I wake up in the morning it's already done. So stuff like that I think would be pretty cool, because like I say, there's 5 of them. Might be a bit of a every single day. I get it, first world problem, but I guess when you're designing a room, these are the things that you get the luxury to think about, because if I need to drill holes, if I need to get electrics to them, if I need to do all that stuff because the plaster's all off, it makes it a lot easier. So, but yeah, the fabric is absolutely beautiful. I am over the moon. So pretty. So pretty. It is a beautiful, it's like a biscuit colour, but almost, it's lighter. It's warm, but also not too warm. It's got quite cool tones to it as well, but not like a grey. So I am in love. So I'm going to put those away safely, because I don't want to get those damaged in any way, shape or form. I'll keep them nice and smooth, and I'll put them upstairs, to be honest. Mike has also been out I feel like every single time I come to you, I'm going to have loads of updates at the minute because there's so much going on in the house. So Mike has been out today. He started filling the ceiling in my office. He said it looks messy. I've not even been up to see it yet. But he said it looks quite messy because it's like the old slab. For anyone that's new, someone had fallen through or something had happened. I was getting my roof done and someone's come through my brand new office ceiling and I've only had it decorated. But anyway, Mike's started like the prep work on that, so over the next couple of days that should be fully done, and then he's going to be painting in there and I'm going to paint all the doors and get everything done, and then I can start spending more time in there again because I was spending quite a bit of time in there before I went to my dad's. So that's the good news. I also talked about my boiler's fully broke, so I need to get a new one, so I'm just in the middle of getting people to come and quote me. Luckily I've got an electric shower. Unlucky that I've got an electric shower because mine in particular is horrendous and the pressure's awful. But what the gas man that came out to me did say is once I get my gas new combi boiler installed, he said if you wanted a gas shower, the pressure will be incredible in it. That made me smile and just made me go, give me a new boiler right now. Give it to me right now. Then because I've got a water heater in my boiler, like I've got a water tank, sorry, because it's an older boiler, it's 18 years old. It was in here before I bought the place. If I get that out, then I get more space in my bathroom as well because there's a big corner of it has got a water tank. So then I can start having a think about what my bathroom looks like because I can get that water tank out, which makes me happy. And also I've got something to do with hot water or something in my loft as well. That goes too, so that'll give me more storage space in the loft. I'm just loving all of this. I'm not loving the fact that I don't have a boiler, but this has been a lifesaver. Even though I never had it yesterday, but I can feel the heat. I've only lit it 5 minutes ago before I started filming, but I can already feel this whole room's hot now. So it does that in my bedrooms upstairs. So luckily like the heat goes up and the flue goes up through my bedroom. So I feel heat coming from the wall as well. So that's always good. We'll love that. So there's loads of house stuff and the next video is going to be me painting, so if you're not subscribed, I know I say it a lot, if you're not subscribed, now is the time to subscribe for all the home content. All you have to do is push that little button, you won't miss an upload, and there is a little bell that will just send you a little notification to your phone to say Sheldon's uploaded. So if you want to push that bell, that's all that happens, nothing else. It will just literally send you a little email, like a notification to your phone, like when you get a message or something, and it'll be like, Sheldon's here. Besties, I'm uploaded. But yeah, I've got loads of content. I've also been up the loft today to start planning that because I'm going to turn that into my whole storage area. I've got shelving and everything to go up there. Me and Mike were talking about that today. So loads going on. As I mentioned before, second chandelier is ordered. It's happening. I need to go and pick up a ceiling rose as well, the same as the one in here. So I need to get 2 plastic ceiling roses at some point. I'll drop them a wee message to see if I order one, if I could go and pick it up. And then Mike's going to do all the electrics ready for the chandelier. So all the electrics are getting done in a couple of days. And then it just means that once the chandelier arrives, it's just a case of putting that up and it doesn't have to faff with all the electrics pre-doing that, and all the holes can be filled because I'm going to paint all the dining room, get everything done, and then I'm going to paint the living room separately. So I could then move a lot of this stuff into there if needs be and vice versa. But rather than doing it all in one day or like trying to get it all done, I think if I do it over a couple of days but do 2 separate rooms, and then the Christmas tree goes up. No ifs, no ands, no buts, no maybes. It's going up. It's going up. We're putting the Christmas tree up. And that's why I did say to Mike, I need the office done sooner rather than later because I've got a whole tree for in there. I've got my big wreath for in front of my bookcase. I've got all of that stuff. Also, you can tell I've not been around a lot of people today. Oh, I went to Costco today. Oh, it was so cute. I got loads of stuff, but it was more like cleaning stuff. So I don't know if it's necessarily stuff that you would have found exciting, but I got loads of scrub daddies and everything like that. But what was I going to say? My brain is scrambled, but I was going to say something to you and now I forget. That's what it is. Has anyone been watching Selling Sunset? Now, I've been a Selling Sunset guy since day one. It's my type of show. I love it. But I think I'm going to watch the last episode tonight before the reunion. I think the reunion's on tomorrow. And when I say I have been gripped this season, and I've got some different opinions to what I've seen online quite a lot, but yeah, I won't say any spoilers or anything, but if you're watching it, let me know in the comment section because yeah, it is, you know, it's just just a vibe. Like seeing that amount of money and fashion and cars and homes and just beautifulness. I love it all. So yeah, if you're watching it, please let me know and let me know your thoughts. I know that some seasons are not as good as others, and yeah, I think the cast will be shaped up a little bit differently maybe next season based on what I'm seeing, and that is if there is another season, because I've seen some interviews where, but I think that was from maybe some better people. I'm not going to say anything else. Yes, I'm talking about people, some people in the cast that were saying, I don't think it's going to come back and it shouldn't come back and but it's because maybe. But I love it so much, it makes me so happy. But let me know. Anyway, I'm going to finish this video here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being a bestie, and I will catch you in my next video.